This video is brought to you by SUSOIX. SUSOIX, the innovators of spikeboarding, stand-up spike, and the creators of the original skateboard spike. SUSOIX, become the motor.
Hey guys, how are you? Today we're going to go over how to replace the silicone on a skateboard spike, because after a little while it starts to wear down and it's going to get thin. It's about to make a hole there. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this tape anchor, and then we're going to just cut this guy off and slide a new one on and put the tape anchor back on. Sometimes you can recycle the tape here, so we're going to show you how to do that now. So these are the things that you need. You need a new grip, and SUSOIX makes these grips, and they're made to fit your skateboard spike. This one says 25 there. So skateboard spike comes in a 25, 23, and 28 millimeter outside dimension. You're also going to need some athletic tape. This is the same kind of tape that you would use in hockey or football to wrap your ankles. Black is nice because it gets it'll keep it a little cleaner, so you want to roll that. You're going to want a straight edge or a scissors to cut this guy off. So the first thing you're going to want to do is begin to take the anchor off, and the anchor is going to have a couple layers of wrap, and then it's going to have mostly layers of rope. So when I say rope, I mean, and just gently take it off. You might be able to recycle it and use it again. There's the rope, and that rope was made out of the athletic tape itself. And in another little quick segment, we'll show you how this rope is made. This is the rope section. We're going to take this tape and we're going to turn it into our rope anchor. And the first 1 or 2 times you do it, you might make it too long, you might make it too short. But what you want to do is take this flat tape, and then you're going to want to fold it on its non-sticky side, so that on the outside the stickiness is going to stay. So go ahead and wrap it just a little bit like that. Then find yourself a doorknob or whatever you want. In this case, it's just going to be this little hydraulic door holder, and then stick him there, pull him out approximately 6 feet. Come out here, right about there. It's about the length you're going to need for 2 courses on a 25 millimeter outside dimension shaft. If it's 23, you might need a little less. And what you're going to want to do is start by basically pinching it in the middle and then making it sticky right there. And you could say, oh, well, I'm just going to start to spin it right now. If you start to spin this right now, half of the outside of the rope might be sticky and the other half might not be sticky at all. So what I like to do is I went straight into half, and then I start at the top and make it sticky all the way there. Then I'm going to start halving it again. Just half it again. Now I'm going to half it one more time in between those 2 points. Now all this is sticky on the outside. Let this drop. We're actually out near an airport at a raceway. That's why you keep hearing airplanes go over, because we got people learn how to fly helicopters. Then you come back here in the middle and tape this closed like that, and again in the middle of those 2 points. And so now all the entire length of 6 feet, you basically have one heck of a sticky strip. Once it's all sticky everywhere all along the line, start in at the point of origin and just start to spin it. Just start to spin it. And that's what's going to make your sticky rope. And this is going to be your sticky rope anchor. And just spin this guy all the way out. And if you are getting ready to put it on a spike, what you're going to do is you're not going to cut. And hopefully you did it the exact right length. And you're going to spin these 2 courses. Mosquito there. You're going to spin these out right. And these will offer two courses, 2 rows of rope. And you really want to make this guy tight. Go ahead and spin it until it's tight. You can come back in here. And then you'll be able to wrap the last 3 or 4 courses with flat. So this is your rope or your silicone anchor. And that's how you make a sticky silicone support anchor for your skateboard spike out of athletic tape. But as you can see, it comes off nicely, and if you set it to the side, you're going to be able to recycle it, and you're not going to need to make your rope again. And it's 2 courses. It's one down and one back up, and that's what makes that anchor nice and firm. It's about 2 centimeters plus. So again, try to just lay your rope out. Don't lay it all up on a pile on top of itself, because it's a little bit sticky, and then it's just going to come right off there. And then just lay it down just like that. Then you're going to go for your straight edge, or of course some scissors would work fine too. And don't scratch up your carbon fiber, just get right on in there. Go ahead and cut that right off. Underneath you'll see that there's going to be a little bit of the same tape that guy comes right off, right? Comes right off, and we're going to get a new one on. You'll see there's a little bit of wrap here, and you can just leave that. And notice how this was built up just a little bit as well with some rope center, but that comes from the factory, and you can just leave that right on there. So now we're just going to grab our new silicone grip and slide that right on. That's the next phase. Okay, so you're going to want a little piece of fabric or a glove, and I'll show you how you're going to use that in a second. You're just going to take your grip and you're going to slide it right over your spike tip, no problem, and put your foam handle down on a piece of wood or a magazine if you're outside. You don't want to scratch it up. Now what's important here is that you take all your weight and place it directly behind the silicone and down upon it. And if you got really hard man hands, then you'll be fine. If not, you might want to take that material, whatever it is. It could be a hot mitt from your oven, kitchen, or a glove. And now you're slowly going to want to get right behind it. And you're going to want to have the ridges going perpendicular to your handle. And then just get right behind it, put all your weight behind it, and you might want to add a little bit of lubrication, which could be some soapy water, or in this case we're going to try a little bit of rubbing alcohol because we're kind of out on the road. And we've got a little bit of, you know what we've got? We've got some hand cleaner, which might work too. You basically want something that's going to evaporate later. Just want a little bit of a lubricant, because you don't want something that's really greasy. Do not use anything that's greasy, because then your spike tip is going to rotate. So, but a little bit of soap might be the ticket here. So we'll just put a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, a little bit of rubbing alcohol, a little bit of soap, and that might be just enough to get this guy to slide down. But optimally, a little bit of warm water. Ah, there it goes. Nice, and down and all the way to there. You don't want to make it lip out too, and what you want to do is once you push it down, don't ever push it back up. If you push it back up and then you put the anchor on it, it's going to end up leaving a gap here. So you want to make sure you push it all the way down. Don't push it too far. Don't go backwards. So that's it. Now your silicone is on. You're going to be able to use that same rope. And of course, you've gotten it a little moist. You might want to make sure that this guy is dry. Totally dry here. So just dry him off just a little bit. Whatever soap or alcohol is in there is going to evaporate. And we've already got our rope and tape here that's been used previously. We're going to go ahead and just do the 2 courses. So come in here and start the wrap, and make sure you go over to hold it down there, and then just start one after the next. And this will be a little hard on the hands and the fingers, so the optimal way to do this, just step on your rope. Don't pull real hard, because if you pull real hard, you'll snap your tape rope. And then just start rolling it and making sure that your course is butting up against that rope nicely, and making a really nice sticky anchor so that your silicone won't go sliding down the shaft of your skateboard spike. And as we get closer to the white tag that was manufactured onto the shaft is when you know to go ahead and make the U-turn and head back up. Of course, we're running out of rope here, so we're just gonna step off, come back up, and keep doing our course. We're almost at the bottom. As soon as we get the bottom there, we'll start doubling back up. So now, you might want to do this with your hands directly. Keep it layered, don't make it willy-nilly, one on top of the next. You want one layer down, one layer back, so it makes a nice square cylinder. Let's grab some more rope there. And building up a really nice sticky anchor. And of course, this skateboard spike had already had about 9 months, or maybe even, oh, snapped. It's no big deal. It snapped close to the tape job. So we're gonna get this anchor to come all the way up to the top. And might even be able to use this rope anchor again in the future. So we've made it all the way up to the top. No problem. And stuff that guy right in there. And I'm just gonna let this one be done, but we've already got that other roll of tape right here. We can finish this up. And as you can see, the two courses are about the same width as this athletic tape. So come on in here and finish this guy up. That's one time around. And let's go 2. And this hockey tape, athletic tape, you know when you start to handle it, it's going to become sticky and all sort of one unit. And the glue will sort of squeeze in between there, it'll become nice and sticky. And then I like to finish and rip on the inside, not on the top side, but on the front side. Just go ahead and rip that guy, rip him nice, and he might be a little thready. And there you have it. You got a replaced silicone grip on your skateboard spike. You're ready to go. Elite athletes who are spikeboarding quite a bit are going to go through these in approximately 3 to 4 or 5 months. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. Spike hard, spike off, and spikeboarding.
This video is brought to you by SUSOIX. SUSOIX, the innovators of spikeboarding, stand-up spike, and the creators of the original skateboard spike. SUSOIX, become the motor.